So, welcome back. It's a new year, 2022, and still talking about relationships and how they play a role in our lives, who we are, who we're not. And for 2022, I just want to tell you all that you are powerful beyond belief. You have the ability to make decisions for yourself, good decisions, so that you can live your best life. If it's not good to you, good for you, let it go. And 2022, I want you to know that you're not who he says you are. If he says that you're a bitch, you're not a bitch. Okay? If he say you know good, you're not to believe it. Okay? Let's talk about how you show up in the relationship. How you allow another person to degrade you, to make you feel less than, to make you not feel that you're lovable and able to be loved. Let's talk about how you allow those things by giving up your power to defend yourself and who you are, to walk away, to say enough is enough. I've had enough. I don't want to do this. I don't have to do this. I know I'm not who he says that I am. How about that? That you know you're not that bitch, that witch, that no good person he says that you are. You know it, but you love him. You love him so much you're willing to tolerate, put up with anything. Let me tell you all, that's the last thing you want to do. Love him so much that you're willing to put up with anything. It's not going to benefit you in the end. You're going to become a doormat, something disposable, something that gets used up, and when it's no more usable, what do we do with stuff when it's no more usable? We throw it in the trash. And that's what will happen. You will be kicked to the curb when you're no longer usable, when you allow somebody to mistreat you. And still you give. You giving everything you have. Because you believe that sooner or later, that other person will see your worth. That person sees your worth. That's why they wanted to be in your world. And they want to get that worth from you, all that they can. They want to squeeze it all out of you. They want to take your worth for themselves. They want to trample you, make you a footstool, put you under their feet, make you feel less than, like you're worthless. But they saw your worth. That's why they stepped into your world. You have to know that. And you also have to know that there's some people that don't come to uplift, to revive. Some people don't come to love. Some people don't come to assist, to stand right beside you, to be your support or your equal. Some people come to destroy. Some people come in your life to take what they see you have. Some people can't stand standing on the sideline watching you get all this love and support. They come to interfere with the norm for you. They come to throw a monkey wrench in your life. Love is not the end all to all. Love never fails, but people do fail you. That's what you have to know, that your love is not going to be enough, that if the other person doesn't feel loved, you will not be able to make them feel loved. I don't care what you do. But you can't let those people destroy you, what you have, your relationships with your family, your friends, your children. You can't allow them to come in and destroy those things. Sometimes that's all they come for. sometimes they can't stand to imagine somebody else gonna love you. So they come to stand in the way to block, to keep you from experiencing someone else that really loves you. And while they standing there blocking you, they probably out living their best life when they not with you, enjoying every bit of it. Don't you ever believe him for who he says that you are. Less more for who he says that you're not. You can trust yourself. You knew that when you went into that relationship. You were able to make good decisions. You allow your emotions to cloud your mind. Never let your heart lead, because your heart is going to make a fool out of you. But your head, your brain, it's a computer. It can process. It sees all. And it's processing it on a regular daily basis. It knows. And you know, because that computer is part of you, what's good for you and what's not. You know. You know from the first moment you saw what wasn't good for you. You knew. But I know you thought, oh, I can change this person. I can make it better. We can work it out. We can get past this. Not knowing that you're going to have a million past this moments to get past. Is that what you want for yourself? To live your life daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, trying to get past each new moment of conflict. You don't want that for yourself. The best love is self-love. You have to believe in yourself first in order for you to be in a relationship at all. And even more, you have to believe in yourself first to know when to throw in a towel on a relationship, to let it go, to give it up, get away from it. You can love people from afar. You can forgive them. You don't have to keep them in your daily life. There is no rule that say when you let somebody in your life, you cannot let them back out. Of course you can. I want you all to hear me this year, because some of us, especially women, we give up our whole life to be in a relationship and love with somebody who many times can't even support us in little things. Not for lack of we don't know how to make a decision. Not for lack that we don't understand what we're looking at. But for those 3 words that we learned so long ago, we think mean so much. I love you. For a lot of people, they don't even know what love is. That's what you need to know before you get in a relationship. Do you even know what love is? A lot of us see love on different levels as we grow from, small children up. We think those things are love, but those things are not love. Struggle love, I call it struggle love. You're struggling every day. You're trying to make it every day. You're arguing about little things every day. Okay? Who gonna pay what bills? How to discipline the children? What we want to eat for dinner? Who gonna drive? Do you love me? I want you to ask yourself in 2022, when you ask, do you love me? What does that loving you look like? Can you see it? Have you ever thought about it? What loving you looks like? What is loving you? What does that look like for you? Okay, and is this it? Is that relationship you in right now? Is that it? Is that what love look like for you? Is that what you're willing to spend time on? Whether you're married or you're not married, whether you want to get married, are you willing to be in a relationship with this person, lose a year of your life working on something that is not something that you envision for yourself anyway? Is that what you want? Are you willing to give up 2-3 years in a relationship where you're struggling, trying to make it work? Are you willing to give up that much of your life just to try to make it work with this person? You have to know. You have to ask yourself, because you have to know, what is it that I really wanted when I stepped into this relationship? What about this relationship felt so familiar to me that I thought it was okay? And the reason why I'm going there, the felt familiar part, is, you know, you all know that follow me. I'm a big Ayala Manzant fan. She often talk about us gravitating towards what's familiar to us. And the reason why I say that is a lot of times how you grew up, the relationships you witnessed in your life as a child between your family members, whether it was your mother and father, your aunt and your uncle, your grandmother, your grandfather, your older sisters and brothers and their significant others. The relationships that you witnessed created a memory on your brain. And you might have viewed that and grew up unconsciously accepting that behavior as something that is part of a relationship, loving or not. And this is what we have to go into ourselves and really analyze. Am I accepting this because this is something that I came to believe was part of a relationship? Because just because you came to believe it unconsciously or consciously does not mean that you cannot change it. You can change it. And you could do it today. You can start to change things today. Well, for 2022, everybody, I want the best for you, the best for your relationships. Good relationships create great foundations for young people that we're trying to nurture. And good relationships mean happiness, happy moments, joy. Okay? It is a family dynamic that we've lost over the years. We've came to be a bunch of people who are willing to settle for anything just to be able to say we even have a relationship a lot of times. Okay, we want to feel desirable. We want to feel loved. But that doesn't mean that you should be willing to accept everything that's coming at you. So I just want to say for 2022, I want you to know you are not who he says you are, and you are not who he says you aren't. No better person knows you other than you. You have things on the inside of you that is your own secret place you have not shared. You have thoughts that you do not share, even with your partners, your spouses, and significant others. We all do have parts of ourselves that's private for us that we keep to ourselves. So don't let somebody else define you. You define who you are. You know who you are. And you decide what type of life that you want to live. I'll be here. I love doing these podcasts. Relationship, cake, and ice cream. This is what I'm all about. Us starting to think, to explore who we are, to explore our world, our relationships, what we allow, what we shouldn't allow, what we accept, what we settle for, when we know we could do so much better. So for 2022 again, I want you all to know that you are powerful beyond what you believe. And you have the power every day to change your circumstances. You can change your responses. You can change what you're willing to accept. You can change your whole life with one thought. So, welcome. Thank you for joining me. I'm Robin Moses. I am Relationship, Cake, and Ice Cream. I look forward to us having a great year together. And remember, this is your life.